So timestamps exist in case you want to skip forward, but I didn't even notice that my deeds include the Coral Forest on this save file. I have done Coral Forest before, but hey, we haven't done it on this save file yet. By the way, can move most buildings, but that's usually I'm trying to put buildings where they matter. Also, if we haven't done 2 Prestige 3 settlements, we're just going to skip ahead to Prestige 4 because it's not like much changes there anyway. Prestige 5 and 6, on the other hand, yeah, we'll see when it happens. Otherwise, let's see here. I think I want, because that meat does grow on trees here. Figuratively and literally, am I using those words correctly? Anywho, it would behoove me to think about meat, even though it is a byproduct of trees. So many byproducts from these trees, but meat, importantly. Otherwise, I think I'll just go with the regular. I will take... no, we'll take something else instead. What do I actually want? Would have been nice to grab a herbalist camp, but... No, would it have? I only have herbs. Yeah, I only have herbs here, not berries and mushrooms. So I guess I lied to myself. We'll just grab things for food, I guess, then. Yeah, I think I'll just grab food. Do we have another one? 3 cornerstone rerolls for free. Might as well. And let's get a move on those. So as we start, just making sure that we have the Frog Harpy Caravan set. Could think about doing foxes, but we're gonna pass on that. And off we go. We might zigzag here and there, we'll do a few events, but boy, has it been a long time since I've done any other biome, if we're really looking at the time here, as we have Wild Growth. Gathering nodes discovered during Drizzle have extra charges, which we plan to do anyway, unless we get a weird cornerstone for storm discoveries. Otherwise, trade routes during storms duration increased by 50%, 1 unit of water per 2 used. Sacrificing resources, more resources get sacrificed, and 3 wood per villager as the years go on. We could turn this into a wood settlement, especially since we have beavers now as well. But otherwise, the only other thing we've added is, yeah, blueprint rerolls cost more. Does that override the free use of... Oh, no, that's cornerstones. Anywho. So yeah, if we're looking at what we have here, I'm not sure exactly. Actually, let's take a look at the map, if I can speak correctly. Stones, vegetables, and insects. Lots of insects. Lots of insects. But if we take a look at our glades... Wow, we started off in the east-ish? Yeah, we started off on the east. Don't normally see that, but we'll deal. And if I want to go big gamble, we would go south. I mean, for the sake of the hearth space, we could go south as well. It's not like you need all the space. It's just that it's what I like to do. It's not the most efficient, though, if I need to do anything else. For example, maybe I want to cut into the small glade, or the one on the west, technically west. And I think that's all I really need to do. Otherwise, yeah, we're probably going to cut south. If for no other reason than to make more space. So the trees in Coral Forest, for those who don't know, do drop different byproducts depending on the type of tree they are. For example, this Crimson Reach tree, 40% stones, 20% incense. These regular plate leaf trees, 30% fiber. And then these mussel sprout trees are meat and ingots. I forgot the exact name, but you get the point. Anywho. If you're watching this, you probably know a bit about Against the Storm at minimum. But yeah, I think we're gonna take the carpenter. I just want the planks. They want us to build small farm. They did give us some flour earlier. I forgot to check. I mean, I could have checked through the cornerstone. Again, I usually pick some of my... I usually end up picking all of my blueprints immediately, but... we could speed up vegetable production. But again, I don't know if I'm going to... I mean, it definitely makes things a lot more efficient. It definitely makes the production a lot more efficient. And it basically the speed increase, but we'll take the farm instead. And then I can kind of sit here for a moment. We didn't get anything for flour, which is sad, because that would synergize with our farm, but... While we have... I mean, yeah, we should... I should probably just hold on to this. It's the first year, not much is going to happen anyway. If I really want to, I could just cut into the small glade immediately. Even though it's not the best choice. it would immediately give me a boost and I can plan out things more. The bad news is if I get... I keep forgetting what the name of the cornerstone is, but if I get a cornerstone for Glade opening, or orders, so you know what? Yeah, we're actually going to hold off on that. And off to making woodcutters camps we go. So we will prep this small glade, but we will... I'm holding shift as if the game takes you off of woodcutters camps, but anywho. We do want newcomers quick... Or I'm going to choose to get newcomers quicker. And yeah, I think we just go for nodes here. We will want to make houses and stuff, but that'll happen later. Also, reminding myself that we don't have to deal with higher building increases. I'm keeping that in mind because it is an effect that's going to play out in due time. But for this settlement, no. Thankfully. For better or worse. Because maybe I could have done it here. There's a good... I mean, most of the time there is a way out. Or a way to succeed the settlement. It takes a lot of mistakes from what I feel to really cause a settlement to die. At least on lower prestiges. On higher prestiges, I've heard, at least, read about some bad RNG. What do I want to eat into? Probably want to... I can actually just starve for a moment, but I think we'll eat into the eggs instead. We started with eggs, might as well eat into them. And off we go. I feel like I'm forgetting something, though. Not really much, though, because we don't have anyone doing anything, really. So, let's actually let them deliver these first. Could have used harpies instead, but... or could have put a harpy in the hearth instead, but... I'm deciding not to do that. And here's where I realized that I should probably mark these trees instead, so that... we don't end up cutting into a glade on accident. That's one thing I forgot. I feel like I'm forgetting something else, though. But anywho. Yeah, so we'll speed through the first year. Not really much to do. Yeah, not really much to do. We just sit here and let them kind of rock. There are other things you can micromanage, but for the moment, we're just going to be sitting pretty over here. Now, again, keeping in mind we do want to clear a lot of these trees and whatnot. As we grab our first cornerstone, reed, grain, and corruption resistance. Also, keeping in mind, I do need to make a... We are hit by Prestige 3, but I'm going to take 3 grain. Might as well, because this settlement's... taking one of those, it's going to give me grain. It's not the best, I admit, but... better to take it earlier when you get more grain than later when you only have like 5 minutes left and you get 15 grain. Anywho. While we're just letting things rock, we can make some shelter for what it matters. And yeah, we'll prepare all of these for when I need to. Probably, I should have actually checked if I needed to make bricks. I don't. I need to make fabric instead. But that, again, that's a worry for later. Yeah, and until we get enough... We do want someone on these food nodes, because we don't have any food sources coming in. We're actually eating a lot, because starting with more than 9 villagers, our food's going to deplete quickly. Would be nice if there's fertile soil here, but again, we're going to see during Drizzle if there's fertile soil anywhere, really. And with that said, yeah, let's just start setting these things up. I will need the wood anyway, so I might as well just set this up while Drizzle season is going on. So the 2 workstations and the trading post. The Blight post can wait until Storm Season 2, or Storm Season of Year 2. My goodness, I can't speak. But in the meanwhile, we're also getting meat to keep in mind, but again, as you can see here, nothing really much is happening on that front. So, well, we ate into our eggs a little too much, but let's start eating into the things we're getting. Now, unfortunately, there's no way to prioritize consumption, but I don't really mind at the moment. Could extend a road out here as well, but no. You know what? Let's move this really quickly. This hearth is a little far, but that's fine for now. And yeah, actually these shelters would be like this if I want my roads to, or paths to be the way they are. Now, this is a weird kind of space here, but that's fine because I can just make parks and whatnot and be fine. That being said, I often forget about parks. Let's actually put a park down so that I can remember to build it when need be. And we'll wait. Yeah, if they're resting or anything, we can move this really quickly. We can move the woodcutters camp really quickly one way as we go into clearance season. So, with that said, now that... Yeah, it doesn't seem like we need too many bricks at the moment. Now, frog house, I just realized we do need bricks for frog houses. I forgot. How many stones do we have? That is a problem, isn't it? Well, we actually need quite a bit. So let's actually take these shelters down for the moment. And not the makeshift post, but... I'm gonna set these frog houses up, but we need to prioritize bricks in a hot moment. In fact, when they finish making these houses, we need to make this crude workstation right after. We don't need... Yeah, I don't think we need more than 2. We just need enough to survive this storm season coming up. Keeping in mind that the number of villagers we have also contributes directly to hostility, so... Oh my goodness. Wait, what? Am I going crazy here? No, we're fine. I think. But yeah, we do need to make bricks, so we'll make... Is it 4 bricks per frog house? My goodness. It is. So we'll make 8 bricks and call it that. What else? We can move this closer, but let's make sure that the wood gets cut first before we do anything else. And then yeah, now that we have some of them taking a break, let's just go closer to this dangerous clade. Probably not going to open it until year 3, but we'll see what happens. And yeah, we kind of just sit here and wait for a moment. Can we even make... Yeah, we can make perfectly 4 frog houses. It's going to be unfortunate, though, because we're going to hit the storm season. And we're going to take a hit in the face. We could allow boots, but I'm going to decide against that. In the meanwhile, so right near storm season, we'll unassign woodcutters. That should bring our hostility down to level 0. What's not going to be as great is the... It's other stuff. So, that's the case. Do I want to do that? I would have to remove woodcutters, though, wouldn't I? Yeah. But I need them now. Yeah, let's take them now. We can remove 4 woodcutters. I just like having 3 in a woodcutters camp, but since we need it, we need it. These are higher priority, however. And we do need to deliver these ASAP because that would be nice. Unfortunately, yeah, they're not delivering yet. That would probably solve our resolve issue, but it's fine for the moment. And then, yeah, having these 2 free builders do what they do is fine for the moment. So, not really much else to do. We'll put this frog back in. We'll put both frogs back in the Stonecutter's camp. And time for the storm to absolutely destroy me. So, yeah, that's to be expected, but we can do right after we take care of everything. As these jobs finish, we can deactivate, and we need to deactivate the 1 more. Actually, I should have left beavers in here. We'll do that. That way they can focus on cutting. But as for everything else, we can make use of this nest as well. But we don't have any specialization, but it's fine, I think. And yeah, we kind of just sit through this storm. Now, my next worry is finding enough resolve everywhere else, but that's a question for year 2. So we're close to getting even just level 2 immediately, but So, let's just make a few planks if we're gonna do this. Should probably make fabric as well. Yeah, let's just use all of our plant fiber for plant fiber for fabric. And we'll let them make 4 planks, and then we will disable it and remove all the wood again. I feel like I'll need the planks, so might as well just have a few handy, I say. And I think we're eating all of our roots, and our eggs. But hey, we'll eat into the vegetables as well. Should probably eat the meats as well. No, we wait. Meats are kind of precious, as I feel like I've learned. Don't have flour. What would I want? Frogs, frog building pantry. Frogs, beavers, but no harpy. Unless you make harpy houses, but... And then we have a split on clothes again, on coats and boots. Tea jerky for harpies primarily. And then we'd have to use a fuel source on top of that. Yeah, we're gonna hold on to this blueprint. We'll cut into this glade and then see what I want to use, pretty much. Actually, I was supposed to cut to the south here, but hey, I think we'll be fine. Actually, let's just do that immediately. That way I'm not hurting for myself later. I shouldn't be cutting like that, but if we're gonna cut into a dangerous glade, I'd rather cut into this one of the south. That way we can move towards the forbidden glade. Nope, never mind, I lied. I lied to myself. I was cutting in the right direction. Well, anyway. Making space for the hearth. That's the excuse I'll use. Let's accept these orders. We can... Do I believe? We have salt. Do I just believe in myself? That would allow us to make some food. I don't think there's ever a just salt and water, right? You can't make porridge with just salt and water. Yeah. So, you can make pie with it? No. I lied. I lied to everyone. We would need flour for biscuits. And then salt can be used for biscuits, but it would be a big beaver thing. Which wouldn't be bad. I like beaver. I like the beaver race, but... if I want to accept these orders immediately... More packs of crops. So, I could turn all of the wheat into packs of crops instead, I believe. Let's just check really quickly while we're here. Yeah, we can. In fact, I could just keep making wheat now, if that's the case. Let's just not use that. Yeah, we'll make packs of crops. We'll make packs of crops. We'll make packs of crops. As for anything else I do, yeah, small farm, we're not gonna do that. That would be nice, but I don't believe in myself. We would already have to been making them, I think. We could use eggs instead. Actually, can we do that? Yeah, we would use eggs for those, and then we end up... Oh, we would need a lot more building materials. We can make 6 bricks. It's gonna be close, though. Packs of trade goods can also be made in the makeshift post. 50% to goods. We're gonna go for it. I'm gonna do it. Oh, I'm gonna hate myself, but I'm gonna do it. Complete any 2 glade events for 4 villagers. Yeah, we'll just take that one. And yeah, let's just try to do our best to get 6 of these. So we don't want to be eating into our eggs anymore. Let's make sure we're not doing that. Might as well use these eggs here if we're not going to use them. Now, if we get a glade event for more villagers, boo-hoo, but this is more important. And in fact, we need to make bricks now. Oh. Yeah, we need to make bricks now. No limit. Prioritize, actually, but... Yeah, let's move onward. They have to bring all the materials, but that's fine. And keeping in mind that if I do that with my bricks, I cannot do much else. So, can we do it in 5 minutes? I should calculate these, actually, and find out. Should have actually put a harpy on the hearth if I was going to do that. Oof, too late now. Is it too late now? Well, hey. Please don't. So how long does it take? So, and then on top of breaks, so... let's say 8 seconds, 32 seconds for 2, and I need to make 18. 32 seconds, 2 minutes for 4. 2 minutes for 4, oof. I think it's going to be close. It's definitely going to be close. But we'll see what happens. And yeah, I'm still missing housing for frogs, but there's nothing much else I can do for them at the moment. I can move these shelters, but yeah, it's going to be close. Already taking a break. Should I have done a thing? I should probably make 2 makeshift posts. Yeah, let's do it. I'm gonna go for it. Just to see if I can make it. Oh my goodness. A lot of things bopped myself in tandem. Get everything, but gathering speed is decreased. You know what? Funny enough, 250 gathering no charges. If, I'm gonna pick it. So that makes me slower overall until, it does make me a bit slower overall, but I think we'll be fine. Here's the plantation as well. Oh, I'm gonna hate myself. Why are you giving me so many farms? Azorg. Let's find out. Yeah, let's find out. So, with that said, so did we make the things we should have? No, wait. No, so instead of packs of crops here, we can split the work, or try to split the work. Let's remove the foragers camp and do this. Hopefully I'm not going crazy by doing this. But we're gonna find out right now, aren't we? So we need 6 packs of crops. Hopefully they complete that. We get 5 packs of provisions, but no, we have 6 now. And we need the bricks. But we can wait for the bricks because we need the bricks. Do we have enough? No, we don't. So we're waiting for the bricks. We should be able to make it. We should be able to make it. Please tell me we make it for this timed order. And we kind of just sit here. So I could buy bricks right now. You know what? Actually, that's probably a better idea. Let's sell something. Ah, my foot. Probably bricks if I want to just make stuff. Hold on. Let me think for a moment. We'll grab 4 bricks. Can we sell enough to get those? I'm just going to split the difference here, except for meats. Eggs we want to keep. And we'll just sell whatever roots we have left. Never mind. That was more value than I expected to ever get. So yeah, let's do that instead. And we should be good to go. We should be good to go. If we're not good to go, I'm going to be very sad myself. Could also be using these trade routes, but we have a more important issue at the moment. Yeah, I think we'll be okay. I forgot to do this. So yeah, I said I wasn't going to cut into a dangerous glade. So let's cut into the small glade instead. And then we'll work towards the dangerous glade over to, well, my south soon. 2 frogs missing a house, a beaver missing a house, but that's fine for the moment. And let's see. So we'll get our packs of crops. There is fertile soil here. Let's actually focus that in this instance. If possible. Yeah, we do have planks to do so. No humans, but we'll have to make do. And yeah, when these frogs actually, yeah, newcomers almost here. Hopefully they get, no, I'm just gonna throw the frog into the farm immediately. And then the newcomers we can deal with. I would like more beavers, please. Timed orders ready. Yeah, hold on. Give me a moment. Oh, I didn't mean to do that, but let's put a harpy in here instead. And hey! So this is going to be a good selling settlement, it seems. But let's wait for a second. So now that we have a farm. It's not going to be the best, but let's actually try to use that farm to make stuff. Could just make a lot of porridge. Turn this into a frog feeding settlement as well, but yeah, is that really all we have? Might be all we have. Well, can also make luxury goods here when I have the chance, but what kind of luxury goods would I even be able to make? Hold on, I didn't even take a look at what's in this small thing. Yeah, so it's gonna take a lot of charges to get rid of that gathering debuff, but I think we just deal with the damage. We can also grab Sea Marrow here. Sea Marrow here, and that would make me feel a lot better. But first and foremost, yeah, you know what? Let's focus this. Let's make use of our gathering camps, is what I'm trying to say. Although there are more things here. Actually, this is vegetables. I'm going crazy. Welcome new people, because we need to use these gathering camps. Anywho, would like to use both the woodcutters camps, but as my hostility hits level 2, so that's something that I do need to get better at. I need to get better at managing stuff. Fabric, by the way, fabric boots and training gear. Yeah, I think I want the fabric. So I get more fabric. Don't I have harpy houses unlocked? I do. So for the sake of... I think housing is is what I can boost for. Now, is it going to be enough? Probably not, right? I still need this pantry. Do I need this pantry? Also, we didn't deliver the... we didn't deliver this fabric, but we will soon, so... let's make use of it. Now, we do need... yeah, that's right, we need that. So, I may have mentioned this before, but let's mention it now for posterity's sake. Trying to split a settlement into doing 2 different things at once doesn't even work out for me. So, knowing that... oh my goodness, we're not supposed to make bricks. No, you're supposed to deliver. You did deliver, but... we have other problems. Again, so here I'm trying to use make gathering camps, but I'm also trying to increase resolve. But we just don't have the manpower at the moment. I mean, we could shift manpower, especially when one of these camps finishes producing stuff, but hey. Also, this farm is not the most efficient thing either, but technically I've split this settlement into 3, which is not good, but... is Jorik still here? Oh, no. Jorik is not still here. And there's the second settlement, because I have done what I did. Also, we're not supposed to do that. We want these frogs in this rain collector. Again, keeping in mind that I will need to do stuff. That being said, I am making packs of crops. It's for an order, so it's not like it's completely worthless, but... let's at least complete this order and decide if I want to continue making packs of crops, because I can instead use the wheat for now to make porridge, which is important as well. I'm going to put pipes in here, by the way, though. There's something else I could do. Yeah, let's put 2 harpies in the pantry so we can feed everyone, or try to feed everyone. I think for clearance, I will allow clothing consumption, but let's see. Also, keeping in mind we have a housing situation at the moment, so whoops. So let's make these frog houses, and then I would like to make these harpy houses, but that can't happen at the moment. So instead, we make this shelter. We're also going to throw this. Yes, I see the order is done. Let me just make these shelters first. Because whether or not we have more people coming in anyway or not, we need them, and we need shelter space. So yeah, let's accept this order, so we can actually get more packs of crops if and when we need them. But for the moment, let's actually deactivate this, because I can't do much more of. Also, we're missing planks, I realize, so never mind. Back in we go. Making planks. No trees near woodcutter's camp. Sorry, my mistake. Please. Let's actually do this. And as for that last builder, they can kind of just make paths around here. I was supposed to do something else. I forgot. But I think we'll be fine. Let's just do other stuff while we're waiting. So Glade event, yeah, we have this reed field that we're not using. These insects. Again, let's get rid of all the nodes around our hearth space before we do much else. Also, we'll enable porridge consumption for the moment, but as you can see, we're not really able to do much at the moment. Because we need the planks to make this rain collector. We need this rain collector to make water for this pantry. In fact, we don't even need to use the pantry at the moment because we can't do anything else. Yeah, probably should have... I should probably make use of these woodcutters. Even though they're not beavers, we'll do our best here. And now that we have the extra 2 frog houses, I will... Yeah, let's focus on wood production at the moment. No one in the stonecutter's camp, so we can shift them to the forager's camp. Does this get affected? Yeah, it does get affected by overwhelmed gatherers. But hopefully we get rid of that soon. It would help out immensely, basically. Just taking a look at these. Forester's Hut. As interesting as that is, no. Does that not upgrade my fishing hut? It doesn't. It only affects the camps. Huh. Alright. What are the... oh yeah, there's only scales. If I really don't get that... If I really get a 2-star scale node in one of these dangerous glades, I might actually cry, but we'll see. They need to make this water for a moment, so no point really putting anyone in the pantry for now. But I do have an issue with I do have an issue with resolve. Actually, I was supposed to do this. Sorry. No. But also, we probably still don't have enough resolve, so this is going to be bad for me. So when these planks get delivered, or when we finish making these planks, we will have this harpy work on shelter. Now, granted, we have a frog on the hearth, so we are grabbing newcomers left and right, but that's not my primary concern. So, let's hope we can make it through this. Also, yeah, not much we're doing here at the moment. We can finally start making use of this pantry. But this farm instead, yeah, let's just put people in the pantry for the moment. We're about to hit storm season, but we can wait, I think. Well, no, we can't, but we'll deal. Oh, that's right. I was supposed to make these shelters. Well, here comes the pain. We can hit hostility level 1. It's just going to be painful still. So, and I think during Drizzle we will attempt to break into this dangerous glade. So, as these are resting, we might as well just remove them now. We'll put people back in the small farm at least, and we'll take a beaver out so we can deal with the hostility. But in the meanwhile, we can also make this harvester's camp really quickly. Ow! You took it away, game! I'm pretty sure we're nearly negative, yeah. So, thankfully we're not. We can't accept these newcomers, so with that, let us actually throw a harpy on the hearth. And we sit here for a moment. I should probably continue making packs of crops as well. Yeah, let's make packs of crops. So until we have a lot of porridge, I will keep consumption on raw food as well, but I think it's for the best that I sit here for the moment. So all things considered, having a frog on the hearth was really not helping me at the moment, but we'll deal with it. Actually, let's get really close to cutting open this glade. Because if we don't... Oops, that's the wrong woodcutter's camp. Yeah, because if we don't, we do have another issue. Actually, we can put another beaver on the hearth, but we can wait. Yeah, making flour would be nice. Do I have a flour thing? I do! I can make a provisioner right here and now. So I can make trade goods. Yeah, let's do that. We're gonna make our choice here. So I think this might actually be my first... This might be my first... Or one of 3 settlements in which I actually start making flour actively. But let me know, because I don't remember my own settlements now. Let's put the provisioner here. Do we have enough resources? No, we don't have the fabric or the planks to do either. So I guess, yeah, I should have actually been making fabric as well. But we'll probably do that in year 3. Keeping in mind that we also... You know what? Actually, let's deactivate this, because I just realized we also need to do something else. Hold on. No beavers. That makes me a little sad. Is that too many? No. Actually, you know what? Let's take these now. Yeah, we won't be at level 2. So let's make some fabric and planks. But let us also sit on this harpy that needs to make this shelter. While we're about to also get a trader at some point, but we should be okay. So we're gonna have you reset that really quickly. Sorry, Beaver, but we need to. And there goes the resolve. But hey, can we survive this? I'm gonna take this order in the meanwhile. But cut to discover 5 glades or harpy resolve, which we don't have at the moment. Alchemist's hut for crystallized dew, tea, and wine. Parts. Let's believe in myself. Otherwise, 6 beaver houses. That's not happening. That's probably not happening. Well, who's coming next? Sahilda? Hope that Sahilda brings planks, and then I do that to make the timed order. That would be really, really helpful, by the way. Clay delivery line, but that would help us continue making bricks for frog houses, if nothing else. But I'm not doing trade routes. Don't have anything for jerky. Can make harpy houses, but don't have anything for jerky at the moment. But I have 8 minutes to do this. Ooh, that would be a no-go on the building material prestige. We also don't have... Oh, we have a carpenter. I'm making planks in the crude workstation, and I haven't made this carpenter. Oh, we don't have the fabric either. Well, that makes me sad. Well, hey. I still don't think we can do this in time. Can we do that in time? Let's think. I'm gonna go for it. It's not like I'm completely doomed. On low prestige, on a high prestige, again, this would not fly at all. But we can swerve. Yeah, we can swerve here with the gatherers sitting here at the moment. So to that end, that does mean I need to put more people in the thingamajiggy. But that's right. It's because we ran out of boots that our resolve also falls to the floor. Even with extra stuff, we wouldn't be able to do it. So don't want to even pause because I actually want to take this. So we need 6 beaver houses. That requires 48 planks, of which I do not have. And yeah, we kind of sit here. I just realized my resolve is not falling as fast as I thought, so we can survive this storm season. But keeping everything else in mind, oh my goodness. This is really bad. If I disable fabric here, we can survive. Let's actually boost this, by the way. And we will do other stuff. We can't make use of these beavers yet, but we will soon. We will be able to soon. So once they do that, let's start making fabric. And we do have a weaver, actually. Ooh, I'm going crazy. But I don't want to use this thing, so yeah, instead, let's put you harpies back in this harvester's camp. I feel like I'm forgetting something very important, though. And in fact, we want beavers in here instead, so Yeah, we're just gonna have to make as many of these as possible. We'll make these beaver houses. Let's attempt to do something with them, but... So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's just set them up. Hopefully Sahilda comes and I can buy some planks with the packs of crops that I have, essentially. All in the meanwhile, we are making porridge. We can actually not use any of those anymore. Or we can disable that, but let's shift the Harpy Resolve. I do want another beaver in this woodcutter's camp, though, so as we boink ourselves there, we should be fine. But yeah, let's continue onward. I actually want to use the thing here, but in the meanwhile... Silent looting, trade routes. Let's actually take more villagers, and let's cut into this dangerous glade quickly, and I think that'll be the video. But, while we're waiting here, keeping an eye on the beaver colony. Keeping an eye on the beaver colony. We won't have any newcomers at the moment, but... if we make these beaver houses, we technically don't need... I don't think... Yeah, we won't need any more housing at the moment. Actually, we have Sahilda right here. Sahilda's not selling any bricks because the game knows that I need the planks. So, yeah. I can do anything else instead. So, buildings have the storage capacity increased, which causes me to run around less, but... Can sell sea marrow if I had the packs of provisions. Smoldering cities, yeah, that's right. Trade, they're not worthless, but... they don't help me as much because of the things. Anywho, let's actually juggle some things at the moment. And yeah, all I was waiting for was for that dangerous glade to be cut into. So, with that said, we do have more fertile soil. It's a little bit. But we also have a bunch of ruins here. Forager's Camp, which we don't need. We shouldn't need. Haunted Glade Ruin. Plantation for berries and plant fiber. My nose! And then extra villagers here, if need be. We have a big salt vein. And then we have a big vegetable patch, which I think with that and a few other nodes sitting around, we should be okay. But the most pressing concern is this Rage of the Forest, which unfortunately the Harpies would probably suffer under, so we might just have to burn down instead. Yeah, as interesting as negative 30 hostility is, we don't have anything else. Resin, oil.
Hi.
And we're not getting any more incense, so yeah, we can't. Sahilda's not selling any of those. I could call another trader. We're probably not going to do that. We'll probably just use oil here instead. But in the meanwhile, and then this, yeah, the Flawless Rain Mill is big flour gains, so even though I just made the provisioner right here, if nothing else, we can make packs of provisions with this provisioner, but we want to use the Flawless Rain Mill for flour instead, if I were to plan. But essentially, this video is going to end here. So, without further ado, if you have anything to say, also there's a meat here as well, I realize. Yeah, if you have anything to say, you know what to do. If you want to support me or not, you also know what to do. I'm just taking a quick look around because I thought there was a way to track the progress. Yeah, so current use. So by the time we finish all the nodes off this, especially in the dangerous glade, we'll have the full gathering speed set up. And yeah, with the wild growth, that's why we got extra nodes. But yeah, without further ado, thank you for watching, and I'll see you later when I see you. Hopefully the next episode should come within a day, but we'll see. Thank you for watching. Bye.